Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of May 30th. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tarot readings. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot de Marseille with white crystal, the Borderless Rider-Waite-Smith with amethyst, and the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with obsidian. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks, so go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. Pick one of each, and you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, the timestamps are in the description below. Don't forget to check out your oracle card. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, the Devil card jumped out while I was shuffling your deck. We shall see what role that plays in your reading, if any. But for now, let's see what I guess half of this week is early June, half of this is late May, but one thing is for sure, new opportunity and the knowledge that comes with it. That's my first my first gut instinct. We shall see. And the Devil has come back in your reading. That is very interesting. Let's just throw out everything here. I gotta say, whatever this Devil energy represents for you, group 1, at least you have the 6 of Wands in the middle of your reading. 6s in general are about success, so despite the temptation, or maybe feeling like you're stuck in a situation that you're not, things are good. Let me just absorb this. So the good news is, no matter what this Devil represents, you have the knowledge and understanding to break free from it, or at least to not be tempted by it. Because the King of Swords is, ultimate knowledge. And I have a feeling that maybe what this cross is saying is that the push that you needed to finally break free from the restraints of this Devil just needed this final push on the emotional plane. Maybe this Ace of Cups could represent a realization, like this aha moment, but to integrate something emotionally, which combined with what you already know can make you make the decisions you need to achieve success despite this feeling of being trapped in your situation. Honestly, I don't have that much more to add to this reading. This is very straightforward, especially with the 8 of Wands at the bottom of your deck, which is about like advancement. So this is, for you this week, is looking very good. This is a chance to really move forward with things, bringing the knowledge that you bring to the table. Despite the fact, when a card jumps out while I'm shuffling and then appears in the reading again, I tend to give it more emphasis. But given everything here, I'm not worried about this Devil at all. This feels like you breaking free from it, and whatever situation you felt bound to is probably something that has been at the top of your mind for a while, which is why the Devil card was kind of impatient to speak with you while I was shuffling. So yeah, whatever emotional idea, so to speak, or opportunity or direction this week has in store for you, I think I would just remind you, I would ask you to remember that you have the knowledge to make use of this opportunity. Just be wise with your decisions and remember that whatever, the past does not dictate the future. So however you may have dealt with this in the past, it does not have to be how you do things now. And I think you already know this, which is why I think this is a very straightforward reading. Be careful the choices that you make, but that feels so hollow given everything in this reading. So a good job for you advancing, making your will advancing your will and manifesting it into the world with emotion and knowledge, breaking free from the past. I think this is the third time I've looped, so I will thank you for watching this. Please use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your oracle card reading. All right, group 2. Let's see what we have for you. I will say the Tower reversed jumped out while I was shuffling your deck. I did turn it upright before putting it back in. Sometimes I turn it upright, sometimes not. It depends. But yeah, I did in your case. So we open with the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands reversed. So the funny thing is, the Knight of Swords has a dual interpretation because I hope I can get this into focus, but the horse that this knight is riding is looking back with hesitation, going like, "Are you sure, buddy?" As the knight is going, "Charge, charge!" So the reason I went into that is because the Knight of Swords in general is either an invitation to speed up or an invitation to resist the urge to speed up. And in this, based just on these two cards, I would say that this might be an invitation for you to speed up. So moving on with your cross, we have the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Cups reversed. I'm not sure how to interpret these just yet, so let's bring this in the middle of your cross with the Five of Cups at the bottom of your deck. Let me just make sure. This should be well framed for you. This pyramid is awesome for that. But anyway, I don't know what exactly is giving me this impression, but I'm getting feelings of unworthiness from this cross, because it's almost as if moving forward with the things that you want to accomplish would require doing things that you're not sure that you feel ethically correct with, and that might be what is cutting you off from the emotional nurturing that the Queen of Cups has to offer. And with the Queen of Wands in the middle of your cross, which is a card of, compassionate creativity and bold assertiveness, I'm getting the impression that whatever qualms that you feel are due to a feeling of either this tactic or this strategy or this attempt to get an extra inch out of the getting an extra drop of juice from the orange that you're squeezing. I think that's a better metaphor. Is kind of, it feels like it's beneath you, or that doing it is wrong, and that if you do that, you would be a wrong person. I think that I have the feeling that that feeling isn't justified. Most of your reading is reversed. I'm going to ignore the bottom of the deck in that consideration. So out of 5 cards, 3 of them are reversed. So that would suggest a block. And I don't know what it is that you're holding on too tightly to, but that is what is giving me, like, this 4 of coins is playing into this feeling that you might be holding on too tightly to a way of looking at the situation, which might be causing you to stall for longer than is needed. Let me absorb this a little to see what other wisdom I can offer you from this. Okay, I just realized there's another way to interpret these cards. So it might be someone else who's putting pressure on you to move faster than you would like. And if this Knight of Swords is actually an external pressure to move forward, like faster than you feel comfortable, in that case, I would encourage you to hold on to your guns and to remain steadfast in your assertiveness and confidence. If because historically on this channel, I have had this bias towards interpreting court cards as aspects of yourself. However, it is possible that at least some of these cards are other people, which is why I'm kind of reminding myself of that possibility. And if this Queen of Wands is you and this Knight of Swords is someone else, then you are correct. Hold on to your guns. Whatever corner this guy is inviting you to cut might not be worth the price that it would pay, that you would have to pay. Now, if all of this is you and all of this is aspects of yourself, in that case, I would encourage you to reconsider whatever this Seven of Swords represents. Now, I've spoken about this card a lot without really going into this card. So I call the Seven of Swords the sneaking card. This is a guy, trying to sneak away with 5 swords, looking back at the 2 swords that he's leaving behind. One interpretation of this card is that, instead of trying to defeat the army by facing it head on, he's like sneaking into their camp and stealing their weapons and trying to, get back to home base without them realizing that they are now declawed, so to speak. And depending on the actual situation, you may or may not have ethical considerations when whether or not considering if, sneaking into enemy camp to steal their weapons, whatever that represents for you in your situation is the right thing to do, yeah, so I think that despite not being in the middle of your cross, this card is important, which is why I've been focusing so much attention to it. It's also one of the 2 cards in your cross that isn't a court card. So it's important context in how to interpret these other energies here. Let me see if there's anything else here. I think no matter what you choose to do, group 2, to be compassionate with yourself, because no matter which ones of these cards are you and which one of these cards are external people, I think that, let's say the Queen of Cups reversed is someone else, and this would indicate like some kind of glitch in your relationship with the Queen of Cups, who's a very mothering, nurturing, emotionally healing energy. That if that is the case, and if this Queen of Wands is you, which I'm very, very convinced that it is, that you're more capable of being this energy for yourself than you might realize at this point. Because, the queens in general are the watery aspect of the element that they represent, right? So that makes the Queen of Cups double water. And the Queen of Wands is the watery part of fire, right? So there is some emotional integration inside of you. And I would encourage you to pay attention to that. Yeah, honestly, I don't think this 5 of Cups at the bottom of your deck has anything to say that hasn't already been covered in your reading, which is why I haven't spoken to it right now. But one thing that has flavored how I've been interpreting this cross is the aspect of paying attention to the 3 cups that are spilt over, whereas you could just turn around and look at the 2 upright, unspilt cups that you still have. So yeah, that's kind of been like an underlying flavor to this whole reading. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. Do I have anything else for you, group 2? No. So, rest assured that you are capable of dealing with any challenges that this week has to throw at you. If if you think that this sneaky strategy that the Seven of Swords reverse represents is beneath you, I would invite you to re-examine that. And if it is actually an external pressure being put on you to do this, then I would encourage you to hold fast against that. So, that being said, please use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. Thank you very much. I will see you soon. All right, group 3, let's see what the last few days of May and first few days of June have in store for you. So we start with the Five of Cups reversed and the Eight of Swords reversed. Now, this is definitely... these energies kind of allude that you're not in a good spot. And I don't know if it's the lack of perspective that is making you unsure as to how or if you can even advance, or if it's the other way around. The rest of your cross shall illuminate that. So we have the Ten of Swords reversed is strangely encouraging here. So one way to interpret the Ten of Swords reversed is a fresh start that might feel painful and overly dramatic. I mean, the drama and overkill of this card is undeniable. So a fresh start that feels painful and dramatic in the moment, but is setting you up for something new that you are ready to deal with. And in the middle of your cross is the Page of Pentacles reversed. So most of your cards are reversed. And let's see here. First of all, yeah, this should be good for you. Yeah, the only upright card in your cross is the Eight of Swords. So I hope that the words of encouragement that I offer you in your reading won't ring too hollow, but there is cause for optimism in this. I just need to find the words. Give me a second. I think the key for you, Group 3, is to focus on what has not been lost, because a lot of what I'm seeing in this card is like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. What am I to do? And I think that the key to finding the answer to what am I to do for you is to focus on, it feels like, especially with this Ten of Swords reversed and the Eight of Swords here, it might feel like all is lost. But the message, one of the messages of the Five of Cups is that you do still have two upright cups here. And if all you did was turn around to focus on those, you could find some solace in that. There's also the river in the background under the bridge, which has this like, this too shall pass kind of subtext to it. And I really think that the key to unlocking everything that's blocked in here is to realize that all is not lost. And I think that the way to come to that realization is to take it one step at a time, baby steps. The words baby steps, I say this so much when the Eight of Swords comes up, because the thing is, with the Eight of Swords, this woman thinks that she's trapped, but she's really not. She can move. It's just that she's blindfolded and bound, and given that situation, it can be very easy to get the impression that you can't go anywhere, especially if the first thing she tried to do was go to her left or right and like cut herself on this sword, on one of these swords. But also, you can use these swords to, cut the binds that bind you, and I'll go back to what I was actually wanting to say about this card, which is to take it slow. Because again, I I know, well, I have the very strong feeling that the positive aspect of this Ten of Swords reversed is going to sound completely hollow and like, oh, don't worry, you'll get there, and all these empty platitudes that people say when they're trying to encourage their friends. And I'm not convinced that I can get through to you in that regard. Hopefully I'm wrong, but this definitely represents an ending, a painful ending. However, the the message of these 2 pages here is that you are capable of moving forward from this situation. But right now, it's difficult for you to tap into that energy if you're so focused on what has been lost, and focusing on what has been lost is interfering with your ability to even be able to move forward at all, which is why everything is fucking reversed except for this Eight of Swords here, including the Empress at the bottom of your deck. So what I would say, what I would invite you to focus on, Group 3, is to maybe once a day for this week, just focus on one thing that you do have, that you are capable of doing. And I can assure you that there's at least one thing. Like, if you are able to access the internet and watch this video right now, there is something that you have to look forward to and to be grateful for in your current situation, no matter how it appears that all is lost. And I think that the key to unlocking this abundance and the ability to manifest the abundance and the ability to manifest so that you can go on this fresh start after whatever this Ten of Swords, whatever the ending that this Ten of Swords reverse represents for you, is to take baby steps and just practice gratitude for the one or two things, or I would suspect strongly that there are more than that, that you have going for you in your life. If you look for them, they will be there, and as long as you focus on what has been lost, your ability to move forward from there and to capitulate on this fresh start, even though the the circumstances of this fresh start certainly don't feel that hot for you. Yeah, you can move forward if you focus on those aspects. I have the feeling that I'm looping here, so I will invite you to stay tuned for your Oracle card reading that is coming up right now. All right, so this should be well framed. Yeah, oh, maybe like that, something like that. All right, Group A, your card is Waiting. This is I Ching hexagram number 5. And the key words are perseverance, take care of essentials, restraint, leave well enough alone, moderation, right timing. So for some of you, this might be an invitation to persevere despite adversity. For others, this might be an invitation to make sure that even if you're not getting what you want right away, that it doesn't mean that you'll never get it. To consider the timing of the issue, that might be one of these. The readings that I just gave are pretty disparate, so it's difficult for me to find like one overarching message for this card. But right timing, moderation, and perseverance are the take care of essentials. Absolutely, for one of you, you probably know who you are. So if you can just keep in mind that all things come in due time, and that to not give up, I think, is one of the big messages of this card, considering the readings I just gave, and to persevere and to take care of the essentials. I'm looping. So let's move on to Group B. Your card is the Descendant, Invitation. Oh, So the descendant is the place in the sky where the sun sets, where what is public goes private. So I would say there are a couple ways to interpret this. So this is either an invitation to go within and to focus on really making sure that your mindset and mindset, knowledge, maybe your literal home is in order, and that will be a key aspect for you to take care of what you have to take care of this week. This could also be an invitation to this could be an invitation to invite the things that are presently outside of you and to invite them within. So what I mean by that is that maybe there is a piece of knowledge or information or a person or something like that that you have been keeping at arm's length, and that this card would be an invitation to let them in, and to at least be open to what they have to say or to offer you. Yeah. Group C, your card is Stop. So given the readings that I just gave, there are different ways I can interpret this card. So this might be an invitation for you to stop and take a break and reassess the situation. This might be an invitation for you to stop thinking the way that you've been thinking. This might, there's a pattern that you need to break right now. And this is an invitation for you to stop that pattern, or to stop and reassess the things that you've been doing or thinking, or the way you've been communicating, to figure out what is serving you and what isn't. So this might be an invitation. This is either an invitation for you to literally stop and take a break, or an invitation for you to stop and do an audit as to what in your life is serving you and what is not serving you for this week. Group D, your card is Achievement. This is the Sun in Capricorn. Let me just put that in here. So, honestly, this is a great card to have, especially given all the readings that I just gave. I would say I'm mainly focusing on the Capricorn energy. Capricorn is an energy of really making sure that everything. Capricorn is cardinal Earth, right? So on some levels that might seem to be contradictory, because Earth is a very static sign, but a static element. However, the energy of Capricorn and the sun in this energy is a reminder that this week can be an opportunity for you to build things that are built to last. We have a kind of a sphinx looking thing. We have a fortress and city and ramparts and shit like that. This shit wasn't built in a day, but this shit will probably survive for centuries. And the achievement card here is in some regards, it might be an invitation for you to pace yourself. However, the main thing that I want to get through is that it's okay to take the time to make sure that what you want to accomplish, what you want to build, is done right, because this is an opportunity to make sure that whatever you do for this week will last for weeks and weeks and weeks to come. And it's okay, and I would invite you to embrace that. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon.